Hello everybody, welcome to Cracked Up Games and welcome to a bit of an experiment. First video that I've really done like this. So I know I haven't played it on the channel yet, but I have plans to. Don't worry about that. But the Steam page is up for Poppy Playtime Chapter 4. So I thought, how about we take a look at what they've revealed for it so far, because there's some interesting things here. So the first thing, taking a look at the screenshots, there's one that it looks like some kind of cavern area. I don't know if it has anything to do with the cavern in Chapter 3, since this is all even further down below that. You can see here that the purple jump pad panels are back for the purple hand. There's a door in the distance that you can see is kind of blocked off by things, and it looks like maybe there's another lower area, because it looks like there's a couple of lights shining down there. Next we've got some sort of, I don't know, like some sort of garbage room, or I don't know if that's garbage or just piles of dirt. You can see like a fan and like some vents on the side, and there's a pair of double doors here. So I'm assuming that's going to be a room of some sort of importance for them to show it here. I don't really have any other guess other than that. It doesn't look like the type of room you would have to pass through to get to somewhere because of all the mounds of dirt and stuff, so maybe you'll have to go in there to find something. The next screenshot is interesting because it almost looks like a sewer system or some other kind of tunnel. It's not like the caverns, it's clearly made by hand, or some kind of generator here, so maybe you have to go down here to turn on the power. There's like an oil drum down in the lower part, but the most interesting part is the wall at the end here. That the concrete's broken down because it looks like you can see outside, so that's kind of interesting. First real view of the outside that this game's given since probably chapter 1, if I had to guess. The next the next screenshot is actually very interesting. That some kind of area you can see, like at the top, you've got the windows or the glass that looks like the fake sky. Then you've got a reception desk, it looks like, in the middle. But looking at the doors and stuff, it's like all iron bars. There's a couple of security cameras. So this is some kind of high security area where I'm assuming normal people aren't supposed to come. This is probably a place like strictly for employees in the know, and you'll see more of why I think that when we get to the description on the Steam page. This is interesting. It's looking like there's probably going to be like multiple rooms branching off from this based on the colored lines on the floor, because you can see there's one red line heading towards the door on the right, but then there's another red line, 2 yellows and a blue. But there's also the squares up above the center door that have the same colors. So I don't know if that's any significance or what. But also looking at the walls, it looks like similar material to that garbage room. So I don't know if there's any connection. That may be somewhere in this facility. Then, though, I'm assuming this is something also connected. We've got a room that has a bunch of cells, like prison cells or something. There's a slot in the door that I assume they put like food and water through. There's some other like just shape that sticks out above them. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to be. It's interesting to note that 2 of these doors, though, are open, and it looks like the floors are liberally stained with blood. So something went down in this area, some kind of breakout or something. It makes me wonder about the rest of these doors, if they still have something behind them, or if they're just closed. And then there's the last screenshot, which is interesting because it reveals our first look at one of the new enemies for the game, which looks like it's going to be a new one of the smiling critters from Chapter 3. And this one seems to be like a black sheep. Oh, it's got big old buck teeth. And it's got a skull-shaped charm. And there's something in the description that gives me a bit of a theory on exactly what this is. And of course, you can see the big old Poppy Playtime 4 logo above it. There's not really a whole lot to gather from the background here, I don't think. Just kind of looks industrial. There's like floodlights in the bottom left, lights, fence on the right, stuff like that. But looking at the description on the Steam page, it says, "Brace yourself for the darkest chapter yet in the epic Poppy Playtime saga," which is impressive given the contents of Chapter 3. You are pushed deeper into the undiscovered depths of the Playtime Co. factory, far below anything the world knew. Here you'll encounter terrifying new threats and discover shocking revelations. Can you outwit the unnatural new creations lurking in the shadows? Can you survive here long enough to eventually unravel the mysteries behind the experiments? Every step will test your courage, every puzzle will challenge your mind, and every corner may be your last. Now I want to turn your attention to the unnatural new creations, because that is a very interesting choice of phrase. And that ties back to the black sheep, because like with the skull charm and stuff like that, it's making me wonder now if the prototype is creating new toys, and this black sheep is potentially one of them, and if we might see other like new enemies based on previous ones, because I think that would be actually pretty awesome, honestly. But it makes me wonder too if that could potentially be related to what these cells are, and that maybe these were used to hold like failed toys that maybe even before the Hour of Joy were perhaps too aggressive or anything like that. But anyways, moving back to the description, features new characters and allies. New extraordinary characters guide your way and haunt your nightmares. So evidently not every character that we meet in Chapter 4 is going to be an enemy. So this smiling critter could potentially be an ally for all we know. We'll have to wait until more information comes out. Expanded lore. Discover more about the dark secrets of Playtime Co. and its twisted past. Mind-bending puzzles. Solve intricate puzzles that could mean the difference between life and death. Heart-pounding atmosphere with haunting visuals and immersive sound design. The terror never lets up. Will you escape the horrors hidden within Playtime Co., or will you succumb to the terror? Survival isn't guaranteed, fear is. So right now there's no release date or even a release window. It just says to be announced. But hopefully now that they've got the Steam page up and they've started promoting it with the screenshots and stuff, hopefully it won't be too much longer before we see like trailers or other promotional material. Hopefully they'll start teasing it a little more soon, and if people are interested, I'll keep doing kind of these analysis things like that. I would love to check out any trailers that they release, and they're known for releasing like other little teaser videos and other ARG type stuff, and if people are interested, I'll be sure to check those out as well as they release. For now though, this was a first look at Poppy Playtime Chapter 4, and keep an eye on the channel because we do plan on playing the games in the future. If anyone's interested, like I can play Poppy Playtime Chapter 1 like right now if I wanted to. That one's free. Chapters 2 and 3 would take a little bit more time because the fact that those are paid. But we do have plans to play them in the future because honestly I love like horror games with deep lore like that. I find the storylines and other stuff like that to be fascinating. But anyways, if you like this video, consider leaving a like. If you have anything you wish to say, consider leaving a comment. If you like what I do and want to see more videos and want to see more information on Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 as it releases, or see me playing any of the previous chapters, then consider subscribing so you don't miss any uploads. Until then, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.